Minute. It's me, Rolando G, back at it once again with another video. And it's been a minute. I'm sorry. I've been really going through a lot lately since the trip when I came back from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Just been really just going through a lot of stuff currently right now. Where am I going to be in the next year or so? And California is just becoming just a unhealthy place for me. Um, uh, really, I mean, it's the familiar and it's the comfort zone that I've known for so long, but now it's becoming very uncomfortable, and I'm trying to figure things how I'm really going to get out of this. But that's besides the point. But on screen here is these three individuals. You probably don't know. This is the series I just watched. Obviously, I go to my family's house every now and then, and I try to go visit my niece, and my mother and my sisters are, pretty typically into the so-called new current affairs of black shows that are on the OWN network, and Tyler Perry and hers network, or whatever that kind of network it is between Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. And a lot of things that I did not like. This is a series called Queen Sugar. And if you haven't seen it, I think a lot of brothers should just see this to do a critique and a thesis on just the fact that how this represents the Afro male on the series. The Afro male on the left is the brother, and the middle is the sister who, the black fellow, I guess the sister, she's supposedly like the activist, but I'm going to tell you a little bit more about her. And then the one on the right, the more caramel light skinned one, she is basically formerly married to an NBA player on the show, and basically her NBA player husband straight up played her, and now she is basically single. She's a single mother, and for that, yeah. So as the series goes, they have a grandfather who has left them some kind of inheritance. It's a sugar cane field, and basically they all come back home to see why they are on the verge of inheriting it. And the reason why they're going to inherit it is because basically their father is dying, and the father's played by Glenn Thurman. And they have two of them have kids of their own. The middle, older sister, I guess, she doesn't have any kids, and the one on the right, she was actually she was an outside kid. Basically, she was born to another mother of their father who was dying, played by Glenn Thurman. So, it seems to have a good writing, but it's the typical black story. You know what I'm saying? Of the matriarch and everything about the matriarch that controls the Afro male. Okay, and it's done well to make you want to think that you're kind of forgetting that, but you got to understand this is done by Oprah, and we know how Oprah feels about Afro American males, in general. So, why does this other Afro male on the show have to be? And his character basically is he's a single dad that has custody over his son, his little boy, and then the mother, played by Bianca Lawson, is basically a drug addict. So, in that case, it's good concept in some ways that the father has the child and is trying to raise the child, but the guy is a former felon. He's straight up out of prison. He doesn't know how to act, or he's trying to find himself on how civilized he needs to be, or more civilized that he could be, or less, because he's been what do you call institutionalized, that he just feels that he feels kind of like he needs to conform to a society that he has been outcasted by for so long. and he's a part of that inheritance. Because all three of them are I guess, to be inheriting their father's sugarcane field. So they all, and it's down in Louisiana somewhere in the South. Louisiana, I think, or Alabama, but mainly I think Louisiana, somewhere outside New Orleans, Louisiana. The middle sister that's in the middle here, but she's not the middle sister. It's the older sister. She's the Afrocentric one, supposedly the black mother sister type. And her thing is basically she, was into this, activism for Afro-American black folks in general, including black males and black women. And she's helping, Afro Male ex-felons. Her thing is she basically is involved with the Caucasian white male who has a Caucasian fellow white family. He has a white wife, but she's in love with him and he's in love with her. And they have this forbidden love, that forbidden thing, as you know. And then, of course, I told you the one on the right is married to a NBA star. And of course he ends up getting with some other teammates, and they end up doing a rape orgy thing or something with these groupies, and it comes out. And when it comes out, it's circulated all over the internet and on everybody else's tablet and phones that are watching his game. In the middle of the game, once she sees that the information is circulated online, she goes right down to the court and does what most black women would do and starts a fight with this dude. And starts a fight and says, "How could you SOB," and starts getting indignant and ghetto on the basketball court, trying to confront him about this while he's playing during an actual season game. Half this stuff is way over the top, but just follow me. So it does have some sentimental moments, I guess, because of the patriarch of the father leaving, Glenn Thurman's character leaving them this sugarcane field, but it just really perpetuates the continuation of what they do is they pump up the matriarch more than they do the patriarch. And basically the Afro male is at the bottom of the totem pole, and the matriarch, the BAW, is at high on the totem pole. So that's pretty much it, and knowing that this is nothing new from Oprah Winfrey. I mean, we know already. So it just continues to perpetuate the fellow Afro male in a menial, lightly demeaning, well, maybe somewhat demeaning, but kind of like still very easygoing. It's not even easygoing. It's just like it's in your face, but the way that they dress it up, it doesn't seem that way. You know what I'm saying? But you have to look past all that to find out that it's really pretty much it's letting know that it's pretty much all about the women on the show. And it's just sad, that this is another show that's pretty much based on that type of insight, continuing to perpetuate the stereotype of the everyday Afro-American male. And we have to understand that not every Afro-American male out here is, has a prison record or has been to prison or is doing time. I mean, there's brothers out here that are not, and it just seems to me that the typical brother that a lot of women go for is either the NBA professional ball player or the former ex-felon, are the ones that have women in situations. But the good brother doesn't. Okay, now there's an older guy with the sister, aka the auntie, on the show. So they show that type of relationship. I guess that's okay. I don't know, but it just continues to perpetuate that the young Afro-American male, Generation X age, no, not Generation X age, more like millennial age group of young men are just basically trying to find their way. Like, it's just pitiful for Afro males. Like it's perpetuating, continuing to perpetuate the concept of the Afro male cannot be as successful as but to play sports or to try to find his way when he comes up out of prison or comes up out of jail. It just, and then, you know, they're more focused on the women on the show. Of course, Oprah's going to do that, so you already know that that's coming down the pipe. But it's just very interesting how this continues to downgrade the Afro male, and it's very sad. And this is why Afro males, you need your own media outlet to produce your own shows that put you in the lead, put you in the positive light. And I really want to do that someday soon, because I used to write a lot. Before I used to do all these videos, and I'm a writer and creator of my own material of how I see when I make up Afro-American males in my storylines. I always try to have them in like either like leadership roles. They're the commander, a captain of a, you know, and I like, you know, a procedural dramas. Like I even made up my own version of CSI, and I had the lead as an Afro male, you know. So you know, it's just sad to see that these continued characters are still perpetuated on television, to see this is today's Afro male. And in some cases, it is in some ways, but this is not the Afro male as a whole. And we need more positive images of Afro males, probably through our own media. I don't know, you know, through our own, creations. All right. So that's my take on the series from Oprah Winfrey on the OWN channel called Queen Sugar. This new Afro black show, American black show that's featuring the three siblings that inherit the sugarcane farm from their father. Like I said, I wish there was more positive to this, but it just seems like there's also a couple episodes where it deals with today, with, you know, the Afro male is always constantly in battle with the police. You know, they're perpetuating that stereotype because of what we've been seeing lately on TV with the George Floyd stuff, and it's just a continued narrative on this show. You know, the same old, and it's very sad that there's nothing anything different with the Afro-American experience being influenced by Hollywood elites like Oprah. Just keeps producing this kind of stuff, you know. So, all right, that's my take. You guys, hope you guys are having a good month of this winter. I know it's cold out here where I'm at, of course. That happens always all the time out here when you're in northern Cali. Still trying to get out eventually, but there's a whole bunch of lockdowns and stuff. I just hope that this thing blows over real soon with this corona stuff, because this is ridiculous. But, you know, I've already, you know, have my thoughts and my opinions on that, but I'm just gonna not even go there. But all right, brothers, you know, fellow Afro-American men, stay safe and stay positive. And I mean, we try. I mean, we're gonna try to stay positive. I mean, this is hitting us big time. You know, it's hitting our freedom and what we really want to do. But we can't let us get us down. All right, I'm out. Peace.